This is Stacia, and it's New Year's Eve, and I'm homesick. so, so I'm here with you guys. I wish I wasn't, but no, just kidding. It's fine. I mean, there are so many people that have gotten sick this year. I guess it was my turn, and that's okay. I'd rather end the year being sick than start the new year being sick. So I guess I'm doing both, though. Let me think about that. Now, I'll be fine. I'm actually well on the road to recovery. And I'm in the mood for training games. Let's go. We're going to play 15-10. And I do know that I need to follow my intuition a bit more, play a little faster. It's the same old thing for me, but I need to trust my intuition more than I do. I think I spend a lot of time pontificating about moves that I know I should play. So let's see what happens if I just simply do it. In the past, when I managed to, good things happened. I don't think that will always be the case, of course, but maybe it will be beneficial. So here we go. We've got a Smith-Morra Gambit. So take my pawn. Do it. You know you want it. I mean, I've been sick, so I'm not going to be able to play it. Aw, they declined it. Boo. Okay, let's go e5 here. Okay, I don't mind these lines, though. Now, I think... Normally, I play knight f3 here. Yeah, and if they take here, I'm fine with that because that one's a free knight. so that would be good. So they're not going to take. Yeah, they should play there, which defends the knight. Now maybe they will take. Now I usually go bishop c4. And if they take here and I take here, and they take here, and I take here, I can't complain about that position, right? That looks pretty good. So I'm going to play it. That is my normal move. Now, I think my coach didn't recommend this move. He said that knight b6, and I have to defend my bishop. And he said, if you defend, you cannot win. So I actually regret this move already. I wish I would have gone with bishop d3, which would be a new idea for me. But this is still theory, and it's fine, of course. So I'm not going to cry yet. So my opponent is from Myanmar. Burma. Used to be Burma, I guess. Okay, so they took now. So this means we have a Smith-Morra Gambit now. With my bishop on b3 already. And his knight on b6. I don't think I can complain about this. I like it. My intuition says take, so I'll just take. And my intuition says we're fine here. So he gets d5 immediately. Okay. Now, if I really was playing like a Smith-Morra Gambit, I think I would just take. So yeah, this isn't quite a normal Smith-Morra, because usually they just can't get d5 like this, but I have also played positions like this before where they have the French structure. Their bishop is locked in. And the knight on b6 is not the best piece I've ever seen. Might be okay, though. Might be okay, given that there is a c4 square for that knight. I think that I want to play against the French structure. But if we did take, what would happen? They'd probably take with a bishop. And this is still not the greatest bishop. And it's like, it feels like a Panov attack or a Smith-Morra where I don't have a pawn at e5 anymore. And I don't have a d6 weakness to work with. So it feels like a worse version. So I don't think I will take en passant. I think I will maintain this which means I could simply castle here. That would be fine. Yeah, I'll just castle and let's see what he has in mind. Now, these are not the easiest positions to play because we have to maneuver a bit. And I also have to wait and see where his king is going to live. Is he going to live on the king side? That's what I'm hoping for. Or is he going to live in the center and be flexible and maybe come here eventually? So we have to pay attention to what that king is doing. If I just bring all my pieces to the king side and go rawr and h4 and all that, then he doesn't have to castle there. But once the king is there, that is exactly what I will do. So let's wait and see. So I think he will go bishop e7 potentially, or knight c6 is actually most natural in my mind. And then what will I do? I do remember this check can be an idea sometimes. Yeah, bishop e7. All right. I mean, what I'd like to do is get ready to create a battery like this, because it seems like he may castle there. So a move like bishop c2 makes some sense to me, but that would allow the knight to just come in unchallenged. But then again, this knight can always challenge it. I also would like to get f4 in. So a move like, I mean, is this a move? What's wrong with this one? Can I do this or not? It doesn't feel right to me for some reason. Also, I have to remember knight c6 will attack my pawn, so rook e1 could be a move, but I don't want that. So maybe queen e2 is a move. But queen e2, I want to do this. So actually, since this bishop is kind of bad, I could also just play here. Yeah, it's hard to follow my intuition right now because I don't know what to do. What does my intuition say? My intuition says he's going to go kingside. So I should just play something that won't tip him off. I kind of want to do this just to get rook c1 ready. Rook ac1, that is. I also like this move. Like if here, castle, and here, I mean, that's annoying. It's already annoying. And then here, and then here. So I'm going to go with bishop c2. Yeah, and there you go. There's a good example of not following my intuition, right? Because I think I said bishop c2 4 minutes ago. And I pontificated and looked at a bunch of stuff. And then I played bishop c2. So, all right, knight c6 does put pressure here. And also maybe he's going to try to attack that. So I actually think pawn to a3 might be a move just to stop this idea. But I also might just play here, and on knight b4, I could play bishop e1, followed by a3, which might be a little bit better, actually. So I think I'll do this. I don't know where this bishop belongs, but I know that I want a rook on c1 and not the bishop. So I'm going to play this. Now, I also realize he can do that. But if he trades the knight for this bishop, probably not going to cry about it. I'll probably even take with an f-pawn and say thank you for the f-file. So let's see if he's going to castle soon or not. I mainly want to see if he wants to castle. And also, I want to check my phone. Let's see. Forgot to pay my chess coach. Yeah, I thought he might go here. That's fine. Is it fine though? He's also hitting that. Could play queen c1. I don't want to do that one. What do I do? Rook b1? I don't like rook b1. I'm tempted to simply come back and then kick the knight out. For some reason, my intuition says that's fine. But maybe it's not because he has such good control of a3. So like if I go here, then he comes in like this, then I can go bishop b1. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm still okay. I even have control of this still. So I guess I'm going to do it because I feel like this trolls my opponent a little bit. Because it looks like a bad move, but I'm not sure that it is a bad move. I think it might be a good move. It's kind of like a typical idea you see a lot. Oh, I just lost my e-pawn. Great. Okay, but a lot of times you can sack that pawn, so I'm not giving up yet. But I don't believe it. I think I just messed up. Let's play rook e1. Another move is queen e2. I just want to put pressure here immediately, but then when he takes, I will take with the queen. So I almost like this better. That would provide some pressure that way. So I'm just going to play it. Man, I feel like I tried to play too fancy and I missed something obvious, so that's really unfortunate. That's okay. It's okay. Let's see what we can do from here. I mean, let's face it, I'm down a pawn every game anyway. Oh, hold up. Am I down 2 pawns? I'm down 2 pawns. Even better. I don't think I've come for 2 pawns, though. So I'm definitely worse. Now, if he castles kingside, I might change my mind. Now, he may take, and play the other knight in here, but that loses a knight, so no. He might take, though. And then castling kingside looks so risky. But at the same time, I can start playing on the kingside anyway. Yeah, I'm definitely taking with a queen. All right, let's see what he does from here, because like if he plays here, for example, I can immediately win a pawn back. And if he castles, I think I just like bishop f4 now. Then is he going to play queen b6 or queen a5 or stuff like that? But I like this because I might be threatening some knight b5 ideas with like coming into the position. So I'm trying to encourage him to castle. That is what I want him to do. Because if you don't, you know, I might do this. I don't know. All right, so we'll find out. I am ahead in development. Maybe enough for a pawn, not enough for 2 pawns. I'm looking for stuff though. Wow, he played that. So I think a big question is, do I have this move? He takes, I take here. He goes here. And then am I just big trouble? Maybe. Man. If I have to play queen d1, I'm not too happy though. I think I really messed this up. So I might play this, but how bad is it? Let's see. If he takes my bishop and I take here, I'm down a piece then. He goes here. I need something really good there. But what? Actually, it's this move. Yeah, I don't know. This is a slow, painful death, I feel. I think I'm just admitting I'm like way worse there. I'll just die slowly. So I think we go here and we hope for the best. I'm even considering like knight takes d5 stuff, like takes, rook f1, knight takes d5. I mean, is this anything? I just kind of doubt it, but if they did take, I mean, they can't take a rook. because I take a check. I don't think that would be any good, right? Takes, check. Oh, they played that move. That's vicious. Well, I think I just got outplayed this game. I don't know what to say about this. Feels like they're playing perfect. Not my day. Let's just check for anything brilliant. Can I play something like this? That is a check. And then they take, and then I got nothing. Big old nothing. Yeah, it just feels like I can't do anything at all. Could go here. They take my queen, I take their queen. But it's not good enough at all. I just lose then. Yeah, I think I'm just going to resign. Good game. Well played. I feel like I just got crushed this game. We'll have to look. Did I majorly mess up? Well, I don't know, because they played 98.6. Just kind of what I thought. All right, let's just see. I don't know. I'm very suspicious when I see a game like that. They also played pretty fast, too. So let's just look. Then again, I think I just messed up bad, you know. So where did I mess up? Let's try to figure it out without, how do I turn this off? Let's just put it here. Okay, let's try to figure out where I went wrong. Okay, so first of all, I could have played this different. I could have taken here. And then they take here, and like, okay, this is, I think, a worse version of the Smith-Morra, though. Because they're still up a pawn. And the only compensation I have now is that this bishop is sort of blocked in. Usually in the Morra, there is a backwards D pawn, and we have a pawn on E4 or E5, keeping that pawn at bay, which also controls the center more. But in this case, I mean, they might even get E5 and just open up that bishop immediately. So, like, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of this way of playing, so I went for the French structure. Castles is already a misstep. Okay, why is it? Dang it. I wanted to figure out for ourselves, and, like, why is it telling me? Okay, I'll turn the feedback off, turn the lines off. Okay. Now let's try. It's still showing it. Like, seriously? I just turned it off. I literally just turned it off. It's so annoying. Well, looks like I can't turn it off. Thanks, chess.com. So this is the wrong approach. Now, bishop c1, I would have thought was a serious mistake. That's what I would have thought. And bishop f4 is a mistake too because of knight d4. And then queen g3 is a mistake because there's bishop f6. So, like, man, every single idea I had just got refuted, like, instantly. Which is honestly what That's how it feels when I play against a computer. I'm just saying. I'm not accusing my opponent, though. They're probably just really good at chess. I mean, that happens. So let's see. Let's learn from it, though. What should I have done? What could I have done better? Let's go into the review. Okay, this is book, which I thought. Castles. Another thing I want to see, though, real quick, is that what if I had played bishop d3 instead of bishop c4? So I see bishop c4 is a move, but more common is to take immediately. Okay, I think I like this approach, and I will do this next time. Part of the reason we're doing this is you keep your center and you free up the square for the knight. And it looks like they normally play d6 here. And then we play bishop c4. And then they can still play here. And then we play bishop d3. Ooh, I like that. Okay. I didn't consider bringing my bishop to d3. I wonder if there's a difference in the position. I kind of like this, though. I think maybe this was a better approach than putting it on b3. But that being said, okay, so this is still theory, and the main move is e takes d6. Yeah, and black wins after castles. Wow. I mean, that's surprising. That's surprising to me. But we are down a pawn here, which I didn't appreciate fully during the game. So we should take, but I'm not a big fan of these positions. After this, like, how is white better? I guess it's just our lead in development. I think so. But now we already have to play accurately and play queen e2. Okay, I guess we could castle. Knight c6, castle. Let's just see, for example, what could happen here. I would expect castles. Okay, that's what the engine gives. I would play rook d1. Engine gives it. Good. It gives queen e7. Okay, fine. I would play... I would consider bishop g5 or knight e4. Let's see what the engine wants. It says bishop g5 is equal because they can play f6, though. Bishop c2 is the move. Okay, with my idea, I think. Like here or here. But black did castle very quick in this line. But what else, right? It's too open. They need to castle. So this does allow for a pan of attack type attack on the king side. That's what it seems to me. So, okay. I think I understand that a little better. So after d5, I guess I should take there. That's a big lesson for me because I thought I could choose which one I want, but clearly just castling is not as good as I thought. I mean, honestly, like the difference it's like a 0.3 difference though. So I think castling probably is legitimate, but let it be known that this is better, which is surprising. I thought it was clearly worse. So castle here. Bishop c2 was bishop c2, right? Yeah, it's a move. Queen d4 is better. Now, queen d4, the idea of this move is to transfer to the king side immediately and put pressure here and try to force them to castle. So I do like this move. Even though it looks like, I mean, it looks like you're just inviting knight c6, but then you go queen g4 and you're hitting this, right? And if they castle, well, already we can play here and that should win material. Like, what else? G6, right? And now we don't even have to take. It's actually best if you don't. Because if you do take, that bishop's actually a very good defender of the king. And black has 2 bishops. So even though they're down a rook, this is actually fine for them. So if they play G6, we don't even take. We just leave this here. That is the right way to play it. Yeah, and then maybe H4. Ooh, I like it. Then H4. Like, let's go. H5. Do you want to take? Sorry, you can't. You're pinned. And then I'll try to attack, I guess. But so if we go back through a little bit here, I want to learn more. So bishop b3 was a mistake. So instead of bishop b3, what do we do here? Maybe queen d4, huh? Queen d. Oh, sorry, I missed that for a second. Sorry, I wasn't even looking. So there is no queen d4. What about? I mean, I could play queen d3, but I feel like it's a big nothing. So why am I doing that? Maybe a3. Honestly, this follows a rule that I came up with myself, so you shouldn't trust it. But my rule is that if more than one piece can come to a square and make your life hell, then you should defend it. Let's see if it holds up. Oh, and a3 is excellent, so my rule holds. Yay. It's the one rule I've come up with that seems to hold quite often. Yeah, I thought about that move too. Instead, I invited these moves. Honestly, I missed knight c4 though. So, I mean, this is why I lost, right? Like, I missed knight c4. I missed some moves. I missed this, and then I played bishop c1, which is risky. And I thought my opponent will screw up. Well, guess what? They just win my e-pawn immediately. So, yeah, they're not cheating. I mean, look what I did here. Look what I did here. I mean, they're going to win my e-pawn, so... And it's a fork in general. I mean, I'm screwed here, right? What does the engine say? Engine says protect this, lose this one, and play queen c1. Yeah, I like this a little better. I would expect the knight to come here. Now this knight's here forever, though, right? I mean, there's no b pawn to kick it out, no d pawn to kick it out. I feel like black's just, like, very better. Like, incredibly better here. I'm really shocked that the engine is saying only minus 0.86 because they're up 2 pawns and they have a knight on c4 like this, entrenched in the position. I feel like it's over. So it shows what I know about chess. I guess the white counterplay is real, but show it to me. I don't know. Let's continue, though. So I lost this pawn. They took, which I thought they should. Yeah, and look, this is not the top engine move. So they were not cheating. They're just playing logical. Bishop d7. What do I do? They're solid as ever. I play bishop f4. But I missed this next move as well, which is just knight d4, which does look pretty obvious in hindsight. Attacking my 2 best attacking pieces, the ones that I want to create the battery. When the castle, I need those. So, like, this is a huge blow to me. I played queen g3 because I thought this is just dying slowly. Like, rook c8. I'm just dying slowly here. Like, queen e2. Okay, fine. Like, now they can probably just castle safely, I feel. Computer disagrees, I guess. Says I can go... Oh, I can play knight takes d5. Wow, look at that. Well, I missed that. But it's not like they have to castle. They don't. Computer wants rook c4. Wow. Attacking the bishop. That's an amazing move. What if they just dodged the threat, though? Like, how could they dodge this threat? I would think they could just play this. If they wanted to be more solid, why not just play this and then castle? Like, what can I really do here? Computer says rook a d1. I guess that's true. Now I'm threatening it again. Well, the computer renewed the threat, right? So, ooh, look at this, though. Oh, I was going to accept that challenge. But, okay, so let's just keep going. I think it gets painful from here. Bishop e3 was a mistake because of knight c4, which makes sense to me. And bishop c1 is no good because they win our e-pawn. That's a big deal. Can't lose that e-pawn. I mean, that was why I played this structure in the first place, is to keep that e-pawn. So I knew now that I was much worse. And this was apparently wrong as well because of knight d4, so I just missed knight d4. So I need to pay attention to what my opponent's doing more. That's the lesson of this game. I do see things like one move threats, and I see one move forks and things like that. That win material. But I did not see stuff that won strategically here. And, well, and I lost my e-pawns. That's just a huge blunder. So I need to definitely refocus on what my opponent's doing in the coming games. And even though I'm using my intuition should include that. So I don't think it'd be bad to play quickly but have a focus on what my opponent's doing in the future games. I would encourage you all to do the same because you don't want this to happen to you, right? Takes, and then bishop f6 was just a cold shower. Game over. Nothing I can do here. And I did resign, so. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game, even though it was a painful one. But we learned stuff, I think, for sure. So I will see you next video. Okay, bye.